From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 1st, 2024. As intense battles continue this weekend between Israeli troops and terror group Hamas in Gaza, the IDF announced 3 casualties. They are 21-year-old Sergeant First Class Alon Kudryashov, 20-year-old Sergeant First Class Sivan Weil, and 20-year-old Staff Sergeant Nadav Cohen. Kudryashov was killed on Friday when a Hamas terrorist fired an RPG at a building near Nasser Hospital being used by IDF forces. The attack also injured 16 other soldiers there. Weil was among those seriously hurt in the attack, and he died of his wounds yesterday. Cohen was killed during fighting in southern Gaza yesterday. And the IDF said its counter-terror operation in the Shifa hospital in Gaza has concluded, saying that 200 terrorists were eliminated, including senior Hamas commanders, in the targeted activity. Over 500 terrorists associated with terrorist organizations in Gaza were arrested, the IDF said, including senior officials. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told the press last night that Shifa had become a terrorist lair and commended the Israeli forces for their precise and surgical operation. Netanyahu also said he approved the IDF operational plan for Rafah, which is seen as the last Hamas stronghold in Gaza. He said the IDF is prepared for the evacuation of the civilian population there and for the provision of humanitarian assistance in the area, stressing there is no victory without entering Rafah and there is no victory without eliminating the Hamas battalions there. 3 people were seriously injured in a terror attack last night in the Israeli city of Yavne, where a Palestinian terrorist stabbed 2 men aged 25 and 20 and a 17-year-old teenage boy. The 2 men sustained very serious head injuries and were undergoing neurosurgery. The teenager was in surgery as well and was listed in moderate condition. The 19-year-old terrorist was shot dead. The incident follows a stabbing attack earlier yesterday at the central bus station in Beersheba, where the IDF said an IDF officer was slightly injured as a result of a stabbing attack at the bus station. The officer was taken to the hospital for medical treatment. The terrorist was neutralized by other IDF soldiers at the scene. And last night, the IDF identified a suspicious aerial target that crossed into Israel from the east, it said, and fell at the IDF base in the southernmost city of Eilat. There were no casualties. There was minor damage, the IDF said, caused to the building. The incident was being investigated. And Israeli troops continue to defend the northern border with Lebanon. The IDF said today in the last few hours a number of launches have been identified that crossed the territory of Lebanon to the areas in Israel of Mount Dov and Menara. IDF forces attacked the sources of the shooting. The IDF shared fighter jets attacked a military structure of the terrorist organization Hezbollah and a building where weapons were stored alongside other terrorist targets there. Well, masses of Israelis came out this weekend and again tonight to demonstrate in front of Israel's Knesset in Jerusalem, part of 4 days of planned rallies calling for a deal that would see the release of the hostages still held by Hamas in Gaza, now for 178 days. Also, participants were protesting against Netanyahu and his government, calling for him to step down. Tens of thousands were estimated to have taken part, the organizers saying it was closer to 100,000 people present. The rally is said to be the largest held since October the 7th. New York Democratic Congressman Richie Torres is in Israel, hosted by UJA Federation of New York. This is Torres's first trip to Israel since the October 7th massacre. He visited Hostages Square in Tel Aviv, met with representatives of the Hostages and Missing Families Forum, and visited the site of the Nova Music Festival. Torres saying it's never been more important to show solidarity and support for Israel than now. its moment of greatest need. He said instead of incessant second-guessing from the international community, what Israel needs is friendship, and I'm here as a friend. I want to tell the Israeli people that I am a real friend, not a fair-weather friend. I came here with a simple message. Israel is not alone. Torres said most Americans are with the State of Israel, and most members of Congress are with the State of Israel, saying the U.S.-Israel relationship is stronger than the background noise of American politics. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, April the 1st at 7 o'clock, the celebration of the 50-year anniversary of women in the rabbinate, the first 4 female rabbis to be ordained in their respective denominations, come together to discuss the challenges they faced and the triumphs they enjoyed as they made history. At 8 o'clock, Abigail Pogrebin is joined by one of today's most prominent Jewish thinkers, Rabbi Shai Held, to discuss Judaism is about love, his book that illuminates the true essence of Judaism by reclaiming the notion that love is foundational. At 9, it's Daniel Cohen on L'chaim. At 10, it's Good Week Israel. At 10:30, an encore of this newscast. And Good Week Israel is coming up next as well. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 1st, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.